What up, sons? What's poppin'? Wait, you can have an answer. This is not live. Oh man. Yeah, I miss doing lives. It's been a while. Anyways, let's talk about crypto and what else? Consumer sentiment. What's happening with Bitcoin? What else? Three Arrow Capital getting liquidated, filing for bankruptcy. All the bad things. Is there any good things left in crypto? Is there literally any good individual or entity? Everyone's going busted. Like, literally. What's happening? Sam is the only guy, probably, who came out of nowhere. Hold on, where did Sam come from? Bankman. Literally, the guy has a bank. Of course, he's the bankman. Oh man. Oh man. Bankman. Dude, where did he come from? With billions, and then now he's bailing out everyone. And literally, I'm not sure about the BlockFi deal. $25 million. Dude, 99% discount or 95%, whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Oh my god, it's gonna be crazy. Crypto space. It's just entertaining as long as you don't gamble your life savings, or else it's also, I don't know. Am I supposed to say what Doc once said? It's also nice to see your your savings go down the drain. It's nice to see companies fail. Oh, come on, dude. Consumer sentiment has recently hit all-time low. Time for calls. What is this? I like to read Reddit sometimes. They have good information. Hey, I'm a pleb. I like to learn every single day. And of course, there are a lot of garbage, most garbage. You have to learn how to filter through them. But there's some good information. Like, for example, what is this? Let's read this. People don't seem to understand that stocks and bonds had been inflated to the moon because of rock bottom interest rates. With inflation rising, the Fed's only real response is to lower the money supply. Historically, the Fed funds rate had to rise above the inflation rate, meaning the FFR. What is FFR? Dude, it's just too hard for me to even get this. Screw that. Yeah, I don't want to know. But dude, consumer sentiment has recently hit all-time low. Things are not gonna get better. It's actually gonna get worse for quite some time. So let's cut to the chase. No point. And second, one dude. I'm not saying I agree with this dude, the 20-year-old dude, lead insights analyst. But if this is accurate based on analytics, highest rate of withdrawals of Bitcoin from exchanges ever. Not sure how much relevance this has to that has for price, but do think this is to an extent a reflection of participants losing trust in centralized entities after recent events. People realizing not your keys, not your coins. You get the point? Whatever happening, people are actually freaked out. And there's another post. This one. Set up your withdrawal addresses now. This is actually an interesting tip I think you all should follow. Based on whatever happened with the Voyager. Oh, you know the thing, right? Voyager situation. Yeah, another post on Voyager. You probably are not 100% screwed. I really don't know what's happening, okay? Because I don't have my money on any exchanges. I literally hold on my ledger. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. Thankful. I'm grateful. Yeah, I made the decision for whatever reasons. But a lot of people are getting stuck because of the Voyager and Celsius crashing and filing for bankruptcy. Dude, it's insane. NFT sales hit 12-month low after a cryptocurrency crash. And NFTs, if you're holding on to them and if you don't liquidate, literally, just just plan on holding for the rest of your life, and make sure you're okay looking at them, because yeah, they're gonna drop. Just a quick cash grab for some bad crypto people. There are some good ones. Nothing wrong with that. And I plan on actually covering how you could make NFTs right. I don't see them happen because most of them are just quick cash grabs, but there are some which I'm gonna look into. It's not difficult. NFT, non-fungible token, man, tokenizing stuff. That concept hasn't been used much. People are just pumping and dumping, quick trade. That's it, man. So It probably deserves a separate episode of its own. Should I read some of the comments? There's barely any. Nobody thinks of CryptoKitties as NFTs. They're most P-term. Total 1 billion in June. And what happened with the Coinbase NFT marketplace? Barely any trade volume. Coinbase is done, dude. Horrible. The whole space is pretty dead. It's disappointing. Let me actually read this. Set up your withdrawal addresses now. Just a friendly reminder to make sure you have withdrawal addresses ready to go on any exchange, staking platform, etc. Ready. If you're keeping funds on a centralized exchange or third party for whatever reason, fine, but the diligent and set this up now so it's ready if when you need it. Some services require wait times, whitelisting. That happened with the crypto.com. So I usually use crypto.com for exiting into fiat. So far, so good. I haven't done much, to be honest, but I have it set up with Binance US, FTX US. I have all the links if you want. If you're not in the exchanges, you should be. FTX US, Binance US, Kraken, and Crypto.com. I don't use Coinbase, although I have an account, but I have all my bank accounts and whatever withdrawal addresses linked to all these four exchanges. So in case one goes down, I can use another one. And you do it now. You don't wait for the last minute because, like he said, whatever the anon whitelisting and some services require wait times. Like Crypto.com requires 24 hours before they whitelist an address. So the quicker you do, the better it is, right? Oh man, this has a lot of comments. I'm not gonna go through any. What is this? But at least I just wanted to show you the quick stuff. Yeah, I'm thinking the real what is this? Yeah, just too much to read. I just don't trust exchange generally, so yeah, good choice. What about just withdraw your funds and go back in when things are safer? I mean, what are you gonna lose? 1%? I okay, I don't know if this is relevant to what I'm gonna say, but USDC, you can actually hold on Chronos chain. Well, because if I'm exiting through crypto.com, it's easy to deal with chronos.com, like crypto.com, the chain, right? So if you hold USDC and you want to buy into some trade, you can again swap back and forth to USDC, send it to your wallet to crypto.com, trade it for USD, which is almost the same value, and then you can withdraw. You get the point? It's pretty straightforward. I hope it stays that way. All right. And another thing, US DoJ is ramping up criminal prosecution of crypto scams. 4 big indictments in the last few days. Reckoning is coming for many of the scammers from the last 2 years, including NFT grifters. We keep saying people get away. Yes, keep getting away until something happens. That's life. I haven't seen any decent person making it. Again, I don't want to, man. I'm gonna save this for my another channel. Totally unapologetic. Oh well, uncensored. Because if I talk about this, if I start talking about this, I'll go totally on a different tangent. Like most of the people are making it dirty. So if you want to make it, you have to be dirty. Yeah, I told you it's a very negative topic. You can't play clean in a dirty ocean or whatever land, Ponzi land. So if in order to make it, I have to sell my soul to the devil. Man. Now the question is, am I gonna do it or not? Well, that's what I said. I don't want to get into that topic right now. But if you're interested, check out the channel. But I'm not here to promote the other channel for whatever reasons because I don't want to screw up the analytics, right? As usual, I'm experimenting. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, filed a series of criminal prosecutions against crypto scammers in the past few days and weeks. All of them are being charged with wire fraud and money laundering, including NFT rug pulls. Scammers who believe they're shitty in JPEG would be a good way to scam unsuspecting investors. If you think you have been scammed, there are a lot of them. I mentioned there are a lot of influencer scams. Matter of fact, I will be creating videos on those. I've experienced it myself, so I can actually tell you. Hands on, man. No, he's defaming, dude. There are proofs. I'm gonna show you what people are talking about. It stuff that most people probably don't get to see because we only have 24 hours, and it's impossible to come across every single article. Some useful, most of the useful stuff will probably you'll never see them because people with millions of followers are the ones pumping and dumping. So all you get to see is pumps and dumps. The ones who are trying to spread awareness are barely right at the bottom. So their content barely goes up there. You get the point? It's disgusting. All right, but man, there's like thousands of stuff I can talk about, and glad I have to create this other channel because I want to keep this crypto related. I'm documenting crypto. That's the purpose of my channel. Whatever I'm doing, right? And sometimes I'm gonna come, put up Reddit like this and rant. That's it. So I talked about crypto and also the Voyager issue. You probably know this. There's no point reading the whole thing, but so here's a positive for Voyager users. First off, SBF and FTX gave them a bunch of money. I'd assume they looked at their books plus being a public. So means FTX trusts them, whatever. That says something. People don't just throw away $500 million. That's insane. Aren't looking good. I wouldn't get a little hopes high. It's a coin. I guess my point is things aren't looking good, and I wouldn't get your hopes up too high. I'd say it's a coin toss. Wow. Yeah, I know a lot of people. Well, not personally, but if they talked about Voyager a lot of times. Of course, they have affiliate links and stuff. We understand, but disappointing. It's hard, right? Whoever talked about or Shield, Voyager, Celsius, and BlockFi. I'm not saying they're bad companies, but some of them, man, they saw what was coming. Should we talk about this? Because I really wanted to talk about some other time, because I wanted to read this entire thread, a good summary. It's interesting by this Adam dude. A good summary thread on 3AC structuring liquidation in my mind. It's pretty long, I think. Wow. Yeah. But you know what? Yeah, we can do this. Let's give this video 15 minutes, but let's actually read this. So you're aware, crypto hedge fund 3 arrows files for chapter 15 bankruptcy. It's nuts. And wow. I have like so much I can talk about because and then it's gonna go personal because well it's not personal. But how people make it in this crypto space. Miners capitulation is in progress. This was a single. I don't want to get there. Let's read this. A good summary thread on 3AC structuring liquidation. In my mind, a few of the pieces jump out and might be telling us more than the eye speed. The fact that 3AC has been put into liquidation in the BFI is hitting headlines everywhere. By the way, I don't know a lot of the terms and shit. Okay, I'm just a pleb. I try to figure it out. I don't know a lot of fancy stuff that they put out there to confuse us. No, this, that. What? What are you talking about, man? Is that even English? Oh, okay. First, self-filing for the liquidation is a big deal. This wasn't appointed by court. They decided to file themselves. It does mean they know it's over. But it's also an interesting play that usually results in more favorable treatment. For example, if you wanted to illustrate to a court in the future that you were cooperative, acting with fiduciary duty and responsible, you could point out the fact that you filed for your own liquidation as a responsible action. What does it matter? A concept called the corporate veil. There is a legal separation of liability between a company, entity, and the people running it. We call it the corporate veil. And if you follow the rules, it remains intact and means we can take your personal assets to pay company debt. Oh, wow. So, Suzu or Zusu, man, I just get confused. Suzu? I guess Suzu, right? So he has three. Well, that's what I've seen in the note, one of the article. All right. So he has 3 bungalows in Singapore with some $80 million or whatever it is. Like he's trying to liquidate one or whatever. So interesting. That's separate from his corporate stuff, right? So, but if something you did was downright for the purpose of self-enrichment, then that would likely pierce the corporate veil and make you personally liable, meaning your own assets could be used to pay back debt. Okay. Nice. So in such a proceeding, there is an interest in being both by the book and proactive to show you were acting in good faith. Sometimes the line between malice and negligence, or even just a huge fuck up, is hazy in the eyes of the court. Yes, I agree. Why do I agree? Oh, Zusu or Zuzu. Oh my god. It was also interesting to see that Zuzu is listed as a creditor himself in the application, meaning he's one of the people who should be paid back and make claims against 3AC. Interestingly enough, Zuzu, as in the extract shown, tried to claim as a creditor against 3AC himself. I almost respect the shamelessness of this all, and this is why the creators would be happy. It was a creator's choice of the creator not. Usually, this can happen in an entity when someone puts up starting capital for a fund, loans an entity personal money, uses their own assets to be the guarantor on a fund's asset, and suffers a loss from that. Dude, all the stuffs are crazy. I mean, you can learn a lot from tweets and also Reddit and a lot of boards. So this can be some legitimate reasons to do that. And I'm not quite as familiar with BVF fund structures and liquidations compared to some other jurisdictions, so take it with a grain of salt. But in other jurisdictions, it would be seen as at least a bit audacious to suggest you were a creator. In some locales, you certainly wouldn't be equal footing with other creators, and know that in some civil law jurisdictions, your claim would only be valid if you had been loaning company money from wealth unrelated to the company. Man, this is getting long. I'm only halfway there. All right, bear with me. If you have already lost, then, you know, I can do nothing about that. There can be entirely legitimate reasons to do it, but it is also the kind of claim that would carry far less weight if you weren't self-filing for liquidation and had waited on a court order. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, if you show your responsibility, hey man, I know it's my fault. Let's file for bankruptcy versus the court ordering it. Of course, when you do it yourself, it seems much better, right? It looks better. I get it, but there's some other. Do you no other hidden agenda? Come on, dude. Maybe you're just trying to offset personal liabilities, which may be fair. Now, as for the Chapter 15 bankruptcy claim, Vassie lawyer rightfully points out this is a recognition process. It's a fairly new type of bankruptcy law. 15 was established on 6. Yeah, I heard about it, but I don't know much about it yet. The basic goal is the recognition that businesses are now more extra jurisdictional than ever before and can have assets, claims, and creditors all over the world. A Chapter 15 is only ever filed as an ancillary case when a proceeding is happening elsewhere. Wow. The chapter, man, there are so many loopholes. It's nuts. Unless you are in, you have this crazy mind and you have plans to take over the world. I don't know why would somebody go through. I mean, of course, utilize all kind of loopholes if you are aware for tax purposes or whatever reasons, right? But at least be aware, dude. What are you doing? But most people, the Chapter 15 is interesting as it achieves a few things. Grants foreign court orders and the liquidators rights to manage the U.S. proceedings, compels the U.S. entities, individuals, and divisions to be bound by the foreign proceedings. Wow. Lets foreign creators participants in the U.S. proceedings of the bankruptcy, prevents discrimination against foreign creators, prevents local creators from seizing local assets. There are a few important parts to that. First, that all international creators get placed on the same footing, which is good for non-US creators. But it also means if Zeus claims as a creator is found to be valid, he has equal claim to US assets proportionally. Hold on. More interesting to me, if you have a US account and owe a US business money, a court could order it, hand it over to them, unless you're in Chapter 11 or 15 bankruptcy, in which case the assets are protected while the liquidator. This filing would suggest that 3AC still owns US assets that are at a scale worth saving, not in on-chain wallets, as they're susceptible to seizure. They want to use to pay back all creators on equal footing rather than just US ones. They have had to file out Chapter 15 at some point anyway, even if they didn't have those assets. It just seems that filing it quickly and from a self-requested liquidation means there's a motivation there. There's a motivation there. Self-requested. The part I'm less sure of is how they extend protection of personal assets in the US, either by showing you're cooperative and preventing a US court from piercing the corporate veil of a non-US entity to pay back a US creditor with US personal assets, if any. It also will be interesting to be seen that if there is any veil piecing, if the debt Zusu claims he's owed from the entity can be used as offset protection against any personal asset a government would try to seize, which is unlikely to happen anyway. The order itself lets the creators sell any asset to USD or USDT if needed or liquidation. Suggesting there are tokens still on the books will be interesting. Man, this is so long. Cut it out. It also looks like there was expressly a claim DRB Panama, which, wow, Panama now, which I think might be Deribit, seeking an appointed liquidator to deal with the creditor claim. We know 3AC left a hole in Deribit, but have no idea how large. But 3AC, Deribit, they're all owned by the same company, the dude. Either way, this all suggests to me that there are still assets. Those assets include coin tokens. Those assets are worth fighting over. Last, the best interpretation here is that they're trying to proactively solve a shitty situation as fairly as possible. The worst is that it's fight over asset rights. Either way, will be fascinating to watch unfold and present setting for the space. Oh my god. Good one, but barely any comments. And I can understand a lot of, because there's a lot of controversial stuff on 3AC right now. Fat Man, Zach, I mean, you can find a lot of. Fat Man provided some stuff. And yeah, a lot of news outlet put it out there. And it's not fake. Even Kobe. I was watching his show yesterday with Ledger, and they talked about it. Dude, because they did an interview with Zusu, right? And that's probably the reason the creditors, yeah, hey man, they're on up only. So of course, if we give these dudes $1 billion, our money is gonna go up only. Oh my god, this is bad. So they give the dudes billions of dollars. Was it collateralized? I don't know, man. Oh my god. Welcome to crypto, DeFi. We're a bunch of people. Oh well, you know what? Let's keep it PG-13. So far, it was good. So yeah, let's keep it PG-13. So yeah, man, it's insane what's going on. Celsius, this, that, Voyager, everything crashing, BlockFi, and then we were talking. Sam buying everything, bailing everything. Imagine, crypto is about decentralization, right? If one entity gets to buy everything, and he even talked about there's rumors buying, taking over Robinhood. So if one entity, yeah, I'm not hating on him, but I'm just curious. If one entity takes over everything, then how does the whole thing? I mean, you're making it centralized, pretty much. It's gonna be interesting to see how this whole thing pans out in the next couple of years. All right, I'll be around as long as I keep breathing. All right, I gotta take care of my health. I'm getting fat. Oh my god, seriously. And yeah, I'm gonna talk about my health and all the crazy editing stuff on my other channel, because I'm gonna keep this crypto related. I'm documenting what I'm doing in crypto and some rant here and there. But the other one, no limit. All right, totally uncensored. So take it easy. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, put in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, try to take out whatever you have from the exchanges as quick as possible. Meaning, unless you're trading actively, I don't keep anything. All right, I use KuCoin mostly and Crypto.com to take out money, and mostly I'm on the DEXs, on Cosmos ecosystem and other stuff. All right, so peace for now.